welcome to this episode of the podcast where I have a very skilled and talented HSE professional. I really hope that I'm going to get the name right. He's called Kazimierz, and it is quite dangerous. I can only comfort myself in the danger of saying your name because I know for a fact that all of the people that we have trained have an extreme hard time pronouncing my name. So I feel a little bit excused. But how are you today?
Yeah, I'm going good. We have some, we can say, small accident on site, but it's normal things for HSE. We all the time, of
All
course,
right.
want to have zero, but sometimes happen.
Yeah, it does happen from time to time.
Yep.
So where are you at in the world right now?
Right now it's Finland. So it's on the central part of the Finland, so close in the city Kinula, something like that. Still, I'm 1 week here, so it's not so easy to pronounce some of the cities. For me, it's still strange.
I can relate to that. All right. So you have a background, or you're in the wind industry as it is right now. Can you elaborate a bit on, if we start off with, why did you find a passion for HSE? What was the attraction for you?
Oh, it was about 7 years ago. I was the volunteer of EF 2000. I think it was 14, or no, maybe less. Oh my gosh, time going so fast. And it was in Sopot, and I was coordinating of the group of the volunteers. And one of my friends was doing the HSE introduction, and I was doing my induction of what we will be doing as volunteers, what is the EF, and so on and so on. And I feel that I like to care of the people. I like to be with them and cooperate with them. And I asked him, hey, Michał, can I do the your part of HSE? You know, you are not HSE, but you. I hear that presentation each day, so it was after 2 weeks. I know exactly what he will tell and so on. And so, oh come on, Michael, please give me a chance. So I do. Of course, he was checking what I'm talking, and he's supporting me. I was really afraid, but I start to do the small steps inside of the HSE world. And then I went to the, we can say, the school for the normally program to see how it looks like to be HSE, what's going on in this topic. And I just love it. And I just love it. And after that, I decided, okay, the best way and the first for the career, it will be do the postgraduate study. And I did it on Gdańsk University of Technology. And then I start working as a HSE. So it was the first step like that. And I was working first on the production. It was the company called Vox. So it was the production of the furniture. So it was the production and the magazine, the workhouse and storage house. So it was a lot of fun. With that, for me, it was I don't know, I think 10 months. Yeah, 10 months spent there. So it was sometimes really hard situation because it was huge company. I was alone, and it was my first work as a HSC, so everything was new, everything was exciting, but everything was really challenge for me. After that, my colleague, this Michał, called me, hey, we have some position for HSC for the junior perspective in the building area. So I says, okay, why not? So I went back from Poznań to Gdańsk, and I started cooperate there. So we was doing the rebuild or the Lotus. This is the company who's production the oil and the gas. So it was a lot of fun, new technology, new people. Totally different work than some production area because it was directly with the gases on field on site, and I feel that it's really like it. After the project, I start to work as a HSC, but in the shipyard. It was aluminium shipyard. Lot of fun, lot of new next challenges. And after that, I said, okay, I'll try to just explore some area of Gdańsk. And I was doing the induction for the new people. I was taking care of the small companies. Then when we can say the COVID came, so a lot of things just collapsed, stopping and so on. I found one very good project, very close to Lotus too, with the company, and we was building some tanks, 2 tanks. And after that, I saw it, a lot of my contracts was canceling because of the COVID. Everybody was afraid and so on. So I started looking for the new opportunity, and I found the company that it was Szczecin, so 350 kilometers from my home. So I spoke with my wife, will move out or what to do, and I says, send the CVs. You will see, they will not call you for sure. We will not go there. And they call and they take me. And it was the first step on the wind farm area. So it was new challenge, new people, new areas. But for sure, I was having a lot of background from the others companies. So it was more and more easily for me because it's still some construction site. It's plus minus, we can say the same behavior of the guys is on site. So it helped me a lot. And then it was a big project for company GE. And right now I'm working for another company in Nordic. So as a freelancer, something's normal.
Yeah. Thank you so much for elaborating that and for sharing your passion. So in the vast, in the different industries that you have been in so far, do you see a difference in why incidents or service quality issues are happening?
It's one of the points here, for sure, the behavior of the people who is working, the environmentals what you have around, it's giving you the chance or opportunity to have or not have the accidents. That for sure. But what I see from the, we can say, beginning, it's very important to have very good top management. If they understood the HSE, this is the really most important, because if they don't care, the HSE will not do nothing, and then they will not help the people on the working on some areas, and then it's we as a HSE has the close road, and we can't do nothing if they are not accepting our ideas. They will not support us in our ideas, and they will not understood any ideas. So for me, the people, I think everywhere we can find the good and the bad. We can select it, we can help them, but the biggest all the time issue is the top management.
Okay. So if you were to put all of your years of experience and put it into 2 criteria, it's top management engagement, and then it's the behavior of the people that are causing the... All right. Thanks for sharing.
Maybe
truly...
sorry. Maybe it's generated and just only we can 2 points. But I think when we are going too deep and too many options, then we just lose the contents. And this is why I think these 2 points I try to all the time just focus on them to solve the problems.
I understand. So let's see. How do you re-engage, or how do you engage the commitment from the top management? What's your key? What's the tool that you use?
There is a lot of keys, and you give me some of the advice on your courses.
Thank you.
This is why I'm very happy that I was having the opportunity for that. Is all the time talking to change the mindset of the top management, because a lot of them, they are thinking the HSE it's the cost and nothing else. If they are buying, we can say, some PPE, that means this is the cost. They are not taking the information that if something happened, that the person can be insurance. This is the problem of the company. Then some construction can be stopped for 1 week, 2 days, 3 days, and so on. So the cost and value of the information that something's happened on the building site and so on, they are not taking care. And sometimes we just need to give that information to them to remember that we are not just as a cost. We try to save the money and the most important, save the life people, the good behavior, everything what's going wrong, going around of the HSE. So talking, try to engage them to the discussion, never just telling that we need to do it like that. Just giving some advice, sometimes just waiting for the feedback, sometimes just giving some opportunities, finding the best results and try to be on their shoes. Because of course we can spend a lot of money and doesn't have any results, but find the best solution for all of the people around the table.
Great. All right. And that was the one thing, right? And then we have over to the behavior of the people. What's your best approach there?
This is the tricky question because I will tell everything how I'm using and what I'm using, and this is not good. They need to go to your courses and check it. So no way. No, for sure, we need to be open what the other people telling to us. We just need to hear and just like I said, be on their shoes to understood the behavior or the I don't know the balance what we really need. Good. So talking, thinking, and going back.
All right. Okay. So that's where you're at right now. If we are to shift it, right, and then focus on where do you see, or have you actually seen a change in the approach to HSE just over the last 7 years that you have been in the game?
Yeah, I see a lot of people having the acknowledge about HSE. The HSE is changing. I remember when I was starting, maybe it was just only my situation, but a lot of people was doing just only pictures from top of HSE, some HSE leads. They was looking for just only for the reports, and the reports was the most important. Sometimes was funny because I was hearing some stories from my colleagues that if you send the reports and it will be at least 50 or 60 pictures, you are good because you find a lot. And I says, okay, but the findings that you will send, it will not solve the problem on site. So this is what I remember from the beginning. So it was not talking with the guys, it was not cooperating, it was just shooting the picture from the bushes and sending the report. So right now, when I'm thinking, it's loss of time because you are not stop the bad behavior. When you go to the office, you will prepare the report. You will send to the correct person. Then you get some feedbacks and so on. It takes about 6 hours. So this person is still on the very uncomfortable areas, on the not safety area, and we really don't do nothing about his safety. So the picture is not the solve of the problem. We can do for ourselves to remember what happened, to put it some information after the meetings, after the talking with him, but not just only doing the picture and sending, please solve the problem. We are the person who should solve the problem directly.
So in your mind, in the beginning, it was more demonstrating here's the problem and creating the report that demonstrated the problem, but not really working on the next step of solving it.
Yeah, that's right. And this report was going to the top management sending back down to the levels down. And so this is why it was taking a lot of time and a lot of nerves, and it was totally waste of the time.
But not necessarily waste of time. It was just if you don't put the other effort at the end of it, then it can be defined as waste of time because you're not taking on actions.
Yeah.
So where do you see right now? Where is in the last couple of companies that you've been in, what's the state of the HSE work right now? So has it changed, or is it still just expected that you come with a report with a lot of pictures and not that much action, or is there a shift happening?
We are, at least in my mind, maybe I'm totally freak on the HSE area, but I think we are at the bridge between the guys who are working on site and the top management. We're connecting that. So when we see the problem, we need to speak with the guys who's on site. We need to help them. We need to sometimes stop work, discuss about the problem, and try to change the behavior of the person. And of course, we need to report it because it couldn't be that nobody knows what's going on site, that the site is perfect. No, there is no chance for that. It's all the time something can happen, and if happen, the others can shoot information. But that information is report. It should be the information what we saw, how we solved the problem, and is it done, is it not, and is it the first time or the third time or it's 10 times we saw it. So we know some of the statistic is that person or the company, what's going on directly with that case. So the reports is not just only informed that something happened. There is the information, more information about solving, about behavior, about, we can say, small, deeply investigation.
All right. So if you were to put it shortly, what would you see that, how would you define the change that's happening right now?
It's more cooperation between everyone. This means HSE is, like I said, we are the bridge who's connecting the people from site, from top management, and try to find and solve the problem. So
All
we
right.
are
So
we
there
are
is
not
a higher.
we are not the cost. We are not the cost of the company.
No, and there is a higher focus on, yes, we obviously need to identify the problem, but we also need to take actions on it for it to be fixed so that we don't see the same thing over and over again.
That's for sure.
Is that correct understood?
Yes. Yeah.
That's how you see it, right?
Yep. I try to. I hope so.
Yeah, I understand. Okay, so if we were to play a bit with it, right? So that happened over the past 7 years, right? This is the evolvement that you have experienced. Where do you see it being in the next 7 years? What's going to be the big change that you foresee if you could just dream out and have a vision for it?
Oh, I never think about it, about the future. I have I'm on the good position that I saw from the past to right now a lot of good changes. So I'm happy of that. What will be the next? I hope so that each places will be having the HSC person, and the quality of our work, it will be better. The people who is really going as a HSC officers, leads, and so on, they will be having the HSE in the heart, not in the pocket or in the mind, just only because I want to be. That they will be having the passion to give to the others, and this passion will be going around to all of the people who are really taking care of them. So I hope so that the mindset of the people will change it, and they will just feel it that we are not to identificate or just shooting to them the pictures, or just shooting, oh, you don't have the shoes, you don't have that, you don't have that. But we just will be for sure proactive, but they will more, we can say, accepted us on site, that we are not the person that we don't want to have him or her on site.
All right. And you were kind enough to mention that you have passed the HSE mental focus, the HSE mental focus specialist certification training.
Yes.
So if you don't mind, what would be your feedback on the training that you did there?
If somebody didn't do it, he need to do it right now. It's helped me a lot because this training opened my mind and give me very good reason first to find a different job that maybe I will feel better, that the company will be more focused on HSE. At least I will feel it that. It helped me understood that I'm going to the right way, but it's still missing some parts in my behavior or mindset to change. And this is why I just I was very happy and I was very lucky that I got that invitation. I saw it, I think, on LinkedIn, and it was like, okay, it's free of charge, so we will see. We will see. Is it working or not, or is just another courses? But it was not another courses. It was very, for me, it was very important courses that I did, and I'm feeling more comfortable to go into the guises. I'm feeling more comfortable checking some meetings with the top management, and I'm feeling really open to discuss and for sure use the tools what was present on the courses.
Thank you so much for the feedback on the training. It was also a true pleasure for me and the team to follow your progress. I think that's it needs to be said that you definitely left some great reflections on the training that demonstrated that you have a very bright future within the HSE. I think it's going to be quite interesting to be following you and seeing the career development that you can do, because I think that most of the people who are in the HSE have been there for a long time. And I know 7 years seems like a long time, but still, you're still in quotation young in the game. And whenever we're young and doing something new, we still have an open mind to changing how things are set up. We can still view it in a different way. And I think that that's going to be a huge benefit for you, not only in the short term, but also in the long term future.
I also do, and this is why I did this course, and I'm very happy that we are still in the contact. And for sure, if I will be have any question and so on, I will be let you know. And the second thing, I hope so that it will be some new courses that I can go more deeply and you show some good ways how to manage the HSE on site.
Thank you so much. That's deeply appreciated. All right. So I know that you have a busy day ahead of you. So I really want to thank you and share my appreciation for you actually taking the time out of your day and spending some time with me here on the podcast.
Thank you so much. Thank you for this course. Thank you for the contact. And I really appreciate it for everything what you done for me. And I hope so the others will take the same chance and do the next step in their career of HSE.
Beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.